I still think those pests would be gone for good if you just let me go in and find their home. Probably some damp cave on the hill or a dilapidated old wooden house. I highly doubt that, and if he's not letting you go, there's probably a good reason behind it. I mean, look at the guy. I mean, look, he even looks positively angry while still looking rather passive. All this time, not even looking where he's going. Eyes closed. It's brilliant. Humans and spirits rarely mingle well, even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad said he saw a spirit, there is a chance he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disorientated and almost out of this world. I see what the game did there. He did seem to be talking gibberish. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that for miles around. For miles around. Again, I don't want to be quite... like, this is fantasy. You've got to let them get away with a certain amount of words, but miles, I highly doubt that that was used under the samurai rule. He was also talking about something weird called a movie, and he knows martial arts moves that I've never seen before. He is still a pervert. Look at that, just not even a face change. Just, he is still a pervert, she exclaimed with the straightest face in the world. I'm not a pervert. A guy of my age is innocently curious. Just say it wasn't you. I'm gonna punch this guy in a second. It's perfectly natural. Besides, if you're talking about this stuff, they were tossed into my face. It has nothing to do with them. Tyrant. What did you just call me? Oh, to smash you to pieces, you brat. We're gonna fucking put Takahiro in the smiting book soon. He's gonna be the latest edition. He's just a prick. Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, those two Kitsune did look like they were just abandoning their stuff. But Dave, what does all this mean? I'm not certain, however, I believe it's unlikely that he's working with the Kitsune. I've never heard about a human meeting a spirit like Tsuri. The T's silent, isn't it? So, if I'm saying Tsuyuri, that's bad. Tsuyuri? Tsuyuri? Yeah, sure, we'll go with Tsuyuri. The only reason I know is because of Tsunami. I would almost be bold enough to declare him as someone who isn't from our world. Wait, you're trying to state that I'm from a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation. Look, I get it, you're an elder. Okay? You're clever and shit. You can point a finger and people do. That's a bold statement. But I've got an important match to take part in 2 weeks from now. Well, none of us have ever experienced a situation like this before, so we'll have to think about how to deal with you, or even if it's possible to get you back to your world. So hang on. We are going to just analyze everything we've just heard, judging by what we think Hayate knows. He has heard since he came in, so I just encountered a spirit, and then I came forth. I used a few odd terminologies, but I mean, for all they know, I could have smacked my head. I'd be dazed, I'd be confused. Of course I'd say weird stuff. Then, yeah, okay, so I wake up next to these people. I then try and valiantly go ahead as they're abandoning the stuff, which goes onto my head. They then bring me back here. Conclusion. From another world. It must be. What? What? You fucking mental! I mean, don't get me wrong, it's just like, oh, but he's right. Yes, I know he's right, but to fucking draw that conclusion from that? Mental. In the meantime, a stay in a cell for a few hours will not hurt him. He did assault one of the village guard, and he resisted arrest. He can stay here until he rots for all I care, but I suspect the elder will wish to talk with you once you are done here. Hikage, I'm going for a wash. I suggest you do the same. I better not fucking walk in on that, or accidentally be able to see it, or something like that, because there's no other reason you'd specify that you're going for a wash. I would take offense at that, implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. I'm glad you've seen sense. Those fox girls can run fast. I still want to know more about those techniques, Dave. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to do a few rounds with you. This is silly. What? Okay, well, you've got the person who doesn't trust me and the person who does. You're one of the village guards. If you trust people that quickly, then you're mental as well. Everyone here is mental, including myself. Not that I'll be able to go anywhere else for the time being. It's only for a few hours, so we can discuss how to deal with you. Obviously, one like yourself would raise quite some questions among the villagers, so we need to convince them first that you're no threat. And that was how I found myself stuck. There seems to be a lot of recapping. Did he at the start go, let me tell you a story? It may be the last chance I got. I don't remember that. Did he say at the beginning that he's about to start a story? All right, hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, awesome. No. There's nothing. We wake up in our room and then that girl comes round. That is it. So, why am I saying this? Like... And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail while the guards responsible for my situation decided to leave me be within myself. Why would you say stuff like that? Just recapping it. Just, whatever. You never know. There might be a reason for it. What misfortune! As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough, I'm not stuck in a jail with my only company being. I'm now stuck in a jail with my only company being. Ugh. A pair of beautiful, magnificent, majestic Kitsune sisters, you lucky boy. A pair of beautiful... Wait a second. Well, it was lucky I was saying that out loud, isn't it? Yeah, yahoo! Hi there, Dave. As I watched, a familiar face appeared at the top of the cell, a blonde woman with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, the other one appeared, a wry grin on her face. It's the stuff, archers. If you come to reclaim your hostages, they're already back where they belong. Well, it's good there are no guards in this prison. So, I don't know, see this, hear this, feel this. This is ridiculous. Nope, we saw the guards both go into the pool and swipe the maiden's silk again. See. You think they just wouldn't leave it open. Just invest in some locks. You created cells, you can create small boxes. With like a mechanic that takes too long. Also, they went together naked. Not even going to ask. At that, she pulled out a pair of stuff from her sleeve and stretched it with her thumbs, showing her stuff to me. You came all the way back to this village to snatch their underwear again. Besides, I wouldn't call one of them a maiden. A tyrant doesn't fit the bill at all. The cutie with the katana? Well, you'd be surprised, actually. I would happen to believe that she has not even felt her own touch, let alone anyone else. God. Just... This is ridiculous. There's no war going on. There's no skirmishes. There's no battles. There are thieves deep in the woods. The dangerous woods because of the spirits, and they come up here to steal underwear. That is ridiculous. She seems far too uptight for that. As for coming back to the village, I have a debt to settle. Let's not wander into that subject. I can imagine her katana lingering near my throat. I smiled weakly while trying to think about what the kitsune had mentioned at the end of her statement. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be. I do know that you two best get out of here before those two return. You two don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about the debt, then we can just run, Dave. Maiko, that is not how we do things. Young man, your actions allowed us to escape our situation without harm. It places us in a debt for which we are now repaying you. Maiko, do the magic. Do the magic. I do not like where this is going. Also, very quick way to not have to be in people's debts. Don't come up and do this. It's such a benign reason to do it. It's useless. What are you gaining from this? Ha ha ha, we're going to piss off the guards, eh? Yeah. What's that going to get you? It's going to get you nowhere. That's ridiculous. Hi. The younger girl walked forwards and placed her hands upon the cage's lock. She began mumbling something about that I couldn't even understand, and her hands started glowing brightly. Being sent to a different world... or the past. Girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magics. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and be destined to save the world. Don't say that. Still, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock, keeping me imprisoned. The glow flared for a moment before fading. There was a hiss, then a sizzle as the lock dropped to the floor, melted from the cage by the magical light. Well done, Dave. You did very well. Just relax now. You get a headache when you do that. This is a lot of effort. Is all this really worth the sake of stealing underwear? It's not. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be most surprised about. The fact a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept this as a normal thing. I thought we went back into the past. This is literally what the game says. So no, okay, we're in a different world. A spirit made me go from a different world, no, from my world to a different dimension? Sure, why not? One that's got magic in it. This level of magic is extraordinary. Dave is quite gifted. But as I have said, we are here to settle our debt. If you like, we can escort you back to the forest where we encountered you. I do, however, suggest you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe long. I should know. I've observed them before. Well, I'm certainly not going to stick around, so I'll gladly accompany you two out of here. Maybe I'll find my way back home then. Why? You have two people who are going to help you get back to where you want. Like, as the elders already said, and you're just like, now, just leave if that's all the same with you. I'll venture it by myself in a clearly dangerous fucking world where people seem to carry around all sorts of weapons and dangers and magic wielders and spirits are out there. But yeah, fuck it, I'll venture that by myself. Why not? Sounds like a joy. Fucking hell. Lead the way, Peeping Tammy. Machiko, Sakura no Machiko, not Tammy. I'm not going to remember this. Takahiro, but I suggest we keep introductions for when we successfully escaped. Very well then, Dave. Follow. As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves! Crafty kitsune kleptomaniacs, I'll skin you alive! I think that's our cue to bolt. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison. Wait, hang on. It's dark there. Okay, no, that's... Nope, okay, that's my bad. I was like, hang on, it's dark out there. How's it light in the next one? It's because the light's here, hence the sun rays, and then nothing here. Okay, gotcha. My bad. And that's pretty much all that happened. According to the villagers, there is supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same I visited before I got stuck in this mess. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. Just believing me. Just believing me. This hasn't happened before. Otherwise, they would have said, oh, it's like this person. But no, these people are just like, oh, what? You came from another dimension because you visited a spirit? Oh, well, that seems perfectly believable. That's fine. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. I know that spirits like Sayuri liked playing with people, but this seems a little cruel for her. I would speak with her myself, but Kitsune aren't allowed on the grounds of the shrine. What? Dave, I thought we didn't just go there because you all get flustered and blush when trying to talk to Dave. Shut up, Maiko. I'm not going to remember any of their names. I've already forgotten. I didn't think a stuffed thief would get embarrassed talking to someone, but perhaps you two could show me the way toward the shrine. Somehow the layout of the forest seems different to my world, which pretty much makes Dave's maps useless now. You do not understand. There is much unseen about the way of us spirits. Dave? What do you mean, us spirits? You're a spirit. You're... Sure. I will try to navigate you to the shrine, but if Sayuri does not want us there... If Sayuri does not want us there, then we will have to... Then we will simply not get there. Right? Okay. The only places we can navigate to directly are at home and the village. Unless I use the gating magic... But that takes a super long time to cast, and unless I concentrate really hard, it usually ends up taking us someplace not fun. Yeah, we've had enough of that. I'd pretty much prefer taking a route that involves walking then, but thanks for the offer, Dave. What was it? Hi, Mayako. Okay, you're Mayako, and the other one is Machiko? I think? Yay, my first human friend. Make friends very quickly. I don't have any words for this at the moment. Silly Chibiko. Not to doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a bit ago? Hey. Oh, that's right, we did, Dave. Why have we come back here? What? I thought you were leading us forwards. Wait, I think if we turn this way, then cut through these trees here, then we can... Ah! The girl seemingly disappeared as she stepped down between the two tall trunks, and there was a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl, arms flailing wildly a few feet from the bank of a slow-moving river. Oh, come on then. What else? Is there going to be someone, like, not a stuff thief, maybe, I don't know, a wrist thief? Someone who steals bracelets. There's going to be someone who snoops by, steals it, and we'll have to go running after them as well.